Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to Get Inspection Ready. I hope you are all well. Well, I've calmed down a bit. So, this is my second time of recording this podcast. I'm going to be really honest with you, didn't have my mic on. Okay. So, I ranted and raved about the subject that I was just about to talk about. I've maybe calmed down a bit, but maybe I wish you could have heard it. Anyway, this week's podcast is purely because on the fact that I've just seen this morning on Thursday, the Department for Education's video on promoting school nurseries. So this is my rant. This is Vanessa Dooley. This is Jigsaw Early Years Consultancy's rant. So feel free to switch off or feel free to listen. You know, get your custard cream, get your cup of tea or coffee, whatever it is that you're doing right now, and just listen. So this is Get Inspection Ready. I am Vanessa Dooley. I am your host on Get Inspection Ready podcast. This is where I literally do speak openly, honestly, and about what's really going on in our sector. And today, I'm really speaking from the heart. In fact, I know I won't be alone. It's probably better that I'm doing this the second time around, because the first time I got really, you could hear it in my voice. You could hear it in the tone of my voice and the way that I was feeling extremely cross and angry. So we know that there's a really big wave of frustration across the country. And if you're a private voluntary provider, I know you are going to feel it today. And I feel it too. I so feel it. I feel extremely miffed that the Department for Education is rolling out this shining new campaign, one that actually positions school-based nurseries. They're saying it's the solution. They're saying it's the gold standard and the future. And what they're doing, they're quietly, very clearly, quietly pushing us to the sidelines. That's what they're doing. Yet again, they've gone like that and gone, no, you're not us. Yeah, you're nobody. Well, I'm not having that. I'm not having that. You know, it's really subtle what they've done. It's powerful. And the language, the visuals, the messaging that they've used in that video really just gears up to presenting schools as the official option. The ones, there's what they're saying, in inverted commas, getting children ready for school. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Okay. Here's the thing. Okay. We don't just get children ready for school. No, we don't. We get them ready for life. We teach them those life skills from an early age. That's our job in the early years sector. That's what we do. And I feel really passionate about it. I just feel that, you know, we support children from we have them with their nappy changes, their teething, their first friendships, from learning to regulate their emotions, to building confidence, to building independence, to have a love of learning and play. That's what we do in early years. That's what we do. We support children from birth, not just from the age of 3. We open earlier, we close later. We literally flex around families and build relationships that last for years, not just terms. That's what we do. And yet when the government markets school nurseries as the superior choice, they're doing more than promoting a service. They're sending a message. And the message is that dismisses the expertise, the dedication, and the relentless graft of thousands of private and voluntary providers across the country. And let's not forget, guys, let's not forget during COVID, who were the ones that stayed open? Who did it? Who stayed open? Who made spaces for key workers and their families when others couldn't? Who adapted? Who juggled? Who pivoted at the most, at not barely a day's notice? Who did it? It was us. We did that. And now we're being made to feel that we're an afterthought. And with this government that's come in, and it's like there's no other option, you're taking the biscuit. Actually, I'm not even going to say it's a biscuit. You're having a frigging laugh. Really? We're not second best. We're not filling a gap. I'm getting angry again. You can hear it. I'm sorry. We are the foundation of those children's lives. Okay? The families, and the families deserve a fuller picture, right? They deserve the choice, not a biased narrative designed to fill school places. No, don't get me wrong. I'm not dissing schools, nurseries. I'm not. And many schools offer really good early years provisions, and many leaders within that school get it. They do get it, but this is how the system's being shaped by powers that be. This is how they do it. This is how you get promoted, who gets platformed and who gets forgotten. And the sector isn't just one type of setting. It never has been. That we're a rich tapestry of people, of places of practice. We're childminders, we're preschools, we're after school clubs, we're day nurseries. And today, I really want to say this loud and clear to every private, voluntary, and independent provider listening: you matter. You really do matter. What you do every single day matters, and your voice deserves to be heard. You know, we need to keep challenging that narrative. We need to speak up. We need to share our stories. We need to remind, I'm getting really cross here, those policymakers that early years is not a one size fits all model. And above all, we must keep doing what we do best. And we are raising children who are ready for life, not just ready for school. Really? In the world that we live in, we're still using that as a narrative. That is so wrong, so wrong. And I'm really cross if, you know, you can tell I'm cross. And if you're listening to this and thinking, oh my God, Vanessa's really going off on a tangent, I just feel really passionate about it. The fact that we are being segregated. The schools and nurseries, we are being segregated, and we should be collaborating. We should be united together, and we're not. And it's just pushed us further and further aside. And now you know why we're not getting the funding, right? And I try really hard not to get on my soapbox and really try really hard not to talk about what the government are doing and getting, because that's not my remit. But I do have a voice. And, you know, I quite often people will say to me, you know, Vanessa, you have a voice, you could share it. Today I'm sharing my voice. I'm stepping out of my comfort zone and I'm saying, Department for Education, the government, you are doing wrong. You are doing wrong for our children. Talk about best outcomes for children. You haven't got a frigging clue. You haven't. And there's all these settings out there who are just literally give those children those best start in life. They really do. They really do. So if there's one thing I want you to do from this video, if it is, you know, stand proud, but also talk about it, share it with your parents. They need to know the true bigger picture. They can't just go, well, this is wonderful. The government are giving, you know, these extra places and funded places and all of this malarkey. No, they're not. Children are really, honestly, those skills that we do, those skills that we're able to give those children, what we do, that's what we do best. So please feel free to share it with your team, because sometimes some of your team will think, what on earth's going on? And us as early as providers and managers and leaders, we're angry, we're cross. And actually that's what we need to be sharing about. That's what we need to be thinking about. So from me to you, thank you for listening. Thank you for giving me the chance to share my thoughts. I'm probably so glad that you didn't listen to the first version. Yeah, because that was really, I think I might have sworn on that one too. And if this resonated with you, please share it, please talk about it, please send it to someone who needs to hear it, and keep standing proud early years, because what you do really, really does matter, really does matter. And you're not the other option. You are the foundation in those children's lives. You really are. I hope you have a good week. We've got you. We've got you. I'm hearing you. I feel you. I see you. Yeah. And if we can be of any help at all, then, you know, yeah, let us know. Take good care. Speak soon. Bye.